Hey there, Al Perhacs, author, creator, visionary behind the Mind Force method of high performance coaching and mentoring. And today, we're going to talk about staying calm and relaxed under pressure. How do you do that, right? How do you stay calm and relaxed under pressure? We all have pressure, right? The thing is that our body and mind and emotional state, it really goes back to these basic instincts, right? And a lot of it comes down to fight or flight. So the fight or flight concept is in a pressure situation, do you have a tendency to run away or fight? And of course, what this comes down to is fight or flight comes back to the old adage that back in the day, these days too, is how do you deal with pressure? Are you a fighter? Or are you a flighter, right? So a flight would be if an animal attacks you, do you run away or try to run away, or do you fight it, right? If a situation comes up, do you fight or do you run away? And it's a good question to ask yourself, am I a fight or a flight? Everybody wants to be a fighter, but a lot of times they're flighters. I mean, that's just the way it is. I remember when I was in high school, two guys I knew from high school, one of them I worked out with at the gym, went to New York City, and they were in the subway, and a guy came up to them and tried to mug them. Two kids, high school kids, probably 16 years old. The one kid took off, ran. The other kid had a box cutter in his hoodie, and he took it out and slashed the guy across the face. And I remember him telling me the story, and he said, I can't believe that my so-called friend ran and left me there with this mugger. And fortunately, I had a knife on me that I could cut him. That's called fight. The other guy was flight. And it's an instinct that happens. It's based on your makeup. Now, you can change it over time, right? But what you have to understand is that that's the action piece, is staying calm and relaxed under pressure. That's why I use the affirmation, I'm calm and relaxed at all times, even under pressure. If you're going to be exceptional at anything, you have to learn how to get control of your emotions. You have to understand that there is going to be this fear factor that pops in, right? And that fight or flight is really important, because your brain automatically assesses a situation and makes a decision. So how do you control that? Part of it comes down to your breathing, right? Is being able to breathe deeply. That's why we do meditation. That's why we go into deep breathing, is to prepare ourselves for an eventual high pressure situation. Because it's going to happen. Just a matter of time. And there are different levels of high pressure situation. But think about this. How about you're up for a promotion? You pretty much think you're going to get it. You're in the boardroom, and they announce the position has been given to X, and it's not you. And all of a sudden, you've got all these emotions coming in like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And how do you maintain your relaxation in order to get through that? What's the breathing? It's the focusing. Because sometimes when we get in these pressurized situations, we either there's two ways to focus on it. It's either like this, where you're totally focused, or it's like this. So you either go totally peripheral, where you can really only see the stuff going around on the ends, or it becomes totally blinders and you can only focus on what's in front of you. You don't see anything else going on. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's going to happen, right? You're in an important meeting and something happens. You have to learn how to adjust your vision in those cases. And that's how you're going to stay calm. Of course, the breathing is one of the main factors, is staying calm and relaxed under pressure. Now, obviously, if it was a serious situation like a a mugging or an animal, some kind of a bear attacking you. I mean, it's kind of hard to say how you're going to react. The thing is this, is that you want to put yourself in stressful situations so that you can understand the relaxation, because until it comes up, you'll never know. So if you're going through, or if you have gone through something like that, I want you to reflect back on it and say, how could I have handled that differently? Or not even handled it, but thought about it differently, right? How could I have reacted better than what I did? So, for example, I'll give you a good one. Check this out. This is good. One of my favorites from all time is Seinfeld, one of my favorite shows of all time. And it's George Costanza's in this boardroom, and he's eating shrimp. And a guy says to him, "Hey, George, the ocean called, and they're running out of shrimp." And of course, everyone laughs at George. And he's just like, no, he doesn't have anything to say. He's totally, embarrassed and any other emotion. But you got to watch it. You could probably look it up on YouTube or whatever. But then he comes back with this idea that what he should have said to the guy was, well, the jerk store called and they're running out of you, because the guy said, hey, the ocean called and they're running out of shrimp. He thought later that he should have said, well, the jerk store called and they're running out of you. Now, I'm not going to tell you the punchline, because you'll learn that if you watch that episode or go to YouTube and find out about jerk store. But jerk store is something that I bring up to clients a lot of times, and I'll say, the jerk store called and they're running out of you. And they're like, what are you talking about? Go watch that episode. But he obviously didn't handle it properly. But on the flip side, you'll see what happens with the guy that he goes into. That guy handles it a little bit better. Anyway, I'm probably getting off the concept, but you can use these analogies in order to understand how to relax under pressure, right? You can learn about athletes. You can learn about actors even that are, getting ready to get into a role where they have to really focus, right? These are all methods that are going to allow you to be calm and relaxed. Biggest thing is telling yourself, I'm calm and relaxed at all times. It's one of my affirmations. I'm calm and relaxed at all time. When I was in the martial arts, we used to use the affirmation, I am calm but deadly. I am calm but deadly, right? And we would use that as an affirmation all the time. Now, I know some of you that hear me talk about the affirmations a lot of times, you're like, come on. But what you have to realize, and this should make sense to you, is you've been indoctrinated your entire life. You've been told your affirmations and self-talk by your family, your friends, your relatives, your business leaders, if you were in the military, by your military leaders, political leaders. They're all indoctrinating you. So if that's true, and it is, you should indoctrinate yourself so that you can decide how to deal with a certain situation. If that's how you're going to stay calm and relaxed under pressure. Number one is focus, breathe, and relax. And tell yourself, I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. Nothing bothers me. Everything that happens was meant to happen in perfect harmony with the universe. And I know that there's going to be a better outcome, even though it may seem that it's not right now. I expect success every day, and every situation that happens is for my betterment. And if you go in with that attitude, you win every time. You'd never lose. That's why I tell people I never fail. Because I'm going into the situation, I'm going to win either way. If you don't accept what I'm asking you to accept, it doesn't matter to me. It's not going to affect my life either way. I'm still good. You're still good. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day. So long.